Hello everybody. I filmed a chunk of the greenhouse yesterday while I was working on the irrigation. I had to wait for the pump to kick on to make sure everything was working right. So I'm going to hurry up and show the garden. It is kind of starting to drizzle a little bit. It rained for a little bit. Stopped us planting pumpkins, and I will show you how the garden is looking. Let me get this turned around, and I've got the new phone, which does it just like that. I love it. This is our first planted onions. Look how nice them suckers are starting to get. Getting ready to pick. This first 4 rows of radishes didn't come up very good, but the second, however many I did, are starting to look pretty nice. I think there's some radishes that are actually sellable. Looking pretty good. I had my kids out here and they hoed weeds, which we appreciate very much. And then we've got 2 rows of kale, spinach, turnips, and look at that leaf lettuce. Let me get back as far as I can. Isn't that just gorgeous? Between the spinach and the lettuce, I should have put them two together because that'd be a good picture. Just love the way that mixed lettuce comes up. And then these are all carrots, but there is a few straggling lettuces in it. They're looking pretty good. And then I'll turn this way. We've got our beets all weeded. So Tack, if you're watching this, the beets are looking good so far. And we got the big garlic. We've got 2 more rows of onions, and then 4 more rows of onions. And then lots of radishes, multiple varieties. You can see they're all looking really nice. That's just a different kind. This is spinach because you always tell it has the weird leaf that comes up when it comes up. These are turnips. And this is more lettuce. You can kind of see it in there. I got several more rows of it. And I think the rest of this is carrots, which they come up, they look like grass when they come up. They're just so fine too. That's all done. And then over here, we'll go this way first. We put some tomatoes out in the cold weather the other day, absolutely fried them. So we got to pull them out and replant them. At least we didn't have very many. And this is our plastic from our plastic layer, which is freaking awesome. It's got drip irrigation underneath it, and then it keeps the weeds down so I don't have to weed as much. We've got about a half a row of cabbage. This one is broccoli and cabbage. And this is the stuff we had planted before, which is cabbage and more cabbage. Cabbage and broccoli. They're looking nice. Our onions that we put in. And this is how we do the straight rows of kohlrabi. We just put it post up with some string. We moved it over so we could water. We've got 2 more flats of kohlrabi, so we have 4 flats of kohlrabi out here. We should have a few. They're looking great. And then I'll hurry up, jump over to the potatoes and beans. We'll walk a little bit faster this time. I'm not showing you anything, but it's looking pretty slick. I love the rows, the way the rows look in the dirt. Now we just gotta weed in between, which shouldn't take too long. I was working on our driveways, our paths in between, because I was starting to get some stuff coming up. Potatoes you can row. They did burn the tops back a little bit on the cold. See how they kind of yellowed them and burn them back, but they'll be fine. I got to cultivate this as soon as I get the cultivator on the cub. They need cultivated. They're looking pretty slick. We've got the deck off. We got the front end widened. I didn't get any video of that because we've been busy. I got 4 rows of green beans. They kind of yellowed the leaves a little bit, but they're coming out of it this last couple days. And then my brother got the beans planted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the first 4 are green beans, the next 2 are purple beans, and then this last one is pole beans. And then back here I have sweet corn up. Lots of stuff. I should have got the pickup, but it doesn't maneuver as well as just walking. Plus I need to probably walk more anyway. I got to get this cultivated because you can see the corn's coming up pretty nice. They're spaced about right. I did plant it into a messy field. I harrowed it and smooth. The weeds didn't look so bad. Now the weeds are looking worse. And then I had 8 rows, and then I planted 8 more rows today. This morning, I got a couple seeds up. Yes, I use treated seed because it seems to work better. It's more expensive, but it's worth every bit, I've found. Otherwise, you just get weeds, or the insects get them, their early plantings. And then I buy 1 bag. That's enough to do everything I grow, which isn't cheap, but we like it. But there's that. And then out here, we'll hurry up and get out here farther. I'm gonna have you all the way in the back of the garden. Yes, this is all garden. I got to get this disc or something, get this pepper weed or whatever the heck it is called. I don't know the name of it. That's just what we always called it. I got fall squash planted all the way to the end, and then I have gourds on this side, and they look like they should work great. I used our little planter, and they look awesome road. So there's the gourds, and then out back, or out by the road where the corn maze was last year, is our pumpkin patch. And I got a bunch of them planted this morning before it started raining about noon. It got just enough. Everything's wet. The dirt's not too bad. It was tacky. It's dried up. We've got just a bit of a brisk wind. And I used the big case and planter because it's still hooked together. Yes, it's overkill, but it wasn't hooked to anything at the time because I got the 40-20 on the plow, because I finished plowing that the other day, or up here. So I've been busy. I don't know if I've said it, but I've got my bottom planted. I've got my corn maze planted. All kinds of stuff. So yes, we've been busy. The tomatoes are looking great. Everything in the little greenhouse is going nuts. We've got tons of zucchini we've been picking. The kohlrabi, we've got a couple that are going. Farmers markets, actually our first one starts Saturday. This is Wednesday. I hope to edit this and have it up tonight. Crazy. Plus Mother's Day, I made a small investment in the orchard or farm, because I can take it home and use it there too, because it's mine. Don't that lettuce just look so nice? Sorry, I get sidetracked too easy. Doesn't that just look wonderful? And the spinach. We definitely got some spinach to cut. If anybody's local interested in some fresh spinach. But I spent some money on Mother's Day. And Monday, I went and picked it up with my wife and daughter, youngest daughter. I made a purchase. And this thing has been awesome so far. I will do a better overview of it, of what it actually is. But I bought a Yanmar YM 1810. and the tiller, that's a Yanmar tiller, the 5-foot 3-point blade, and the 4-foot box scraper. All one money. For not much more, we bought the big case. But it is what it is. This thing has the power, 3-speed power shift. Has just been awesome. The tiller is fairly worn. It's got these little fingers on it, or tines, and they are wore out. So I found them on eBay already. I'm going to have to see what we can find. I need to get it counted how many, but I've kind of been using it and I haven't taken the time to mess with it. But it's just a cute little guy, and it is been just handy. In really good shape. It does need buffed and waxed because you can tell it's been sitting out. And then the little grill piece in the front needs repainted. Other than that, I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to use it. And we are going to use it. I've already burnt a tank and a half of diesel in it. And it's been awesome. But there you guys go. Oh, now I can do this. I'll do it this way. But thank you guys for watching. It's been great. I will put the greenhouse clip in after this, but I won't sign back on because you already heard me say thank you for watching. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and a subscribe if you haven't. And ask questions if you have anything. Comments are always welcome. I try to read all of them. I'm not always the quickest at getting to them right now because, you know, busy. But other than that, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Talk to you guys all later. Wow, look at these tomatoes. We have color changing. Look at all of those that are starting to turn. Walk slow so you don't get dizzy. How big some of them are. Can't wait to try a couple. Look at that. And look how many tomatoes are just hanging right there. And more coming up. It won't be long and the whole dang thing will be full. Absolutely amazing. And where Dad's got these leaved, you can really see them in here. And they're actually getting tall enough. He started lowering a few, and I'll show that real quick. If you can hear me over the fan. Ooh, let me get around here. Been seeing, and now he's got these lowering. So the tops are here. And we're just letting the strings out up here. So they're coming down. And that way they're easier to mess with and clip. Look at that. And see, and then he's just got his ready rod on this little stand thing so he can slide it down and do it. I should show the peppers off. Look at how big them suckers are getting. We've got a couple of them in here that are absolute monsters. They're looking wonderful. Where was it? I just seen one that was about knocking the plant over. Oh, here's one. There's my hand, and it goes clear up in here. I mean, just absolutely amazing how these peppers are doing. They just thrive in here. Oh, here's the one. I wasn't down far enough. I'm gonna have to put some more clips on it because it's big up more peppers than the plant can hold. And look at, I mean, they're just amazing. Well, in this one here, well, that's chest high on me. Let me see if I can get this turned around. I mean, or belly button high anyway. Pretty crazy. And we'll go down here. We'll walk up the cucumber row. And got all them tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. amazing what they are. And then we got cucumbers. And these 2 buckets still aren't doing really nothing. But if you look in here, we have an absolute ton of cucumbers coming on. I mean, just everywhere you look in there, there's cucumbers. Part of them aren't big enough really to pick yet, like this one. But I mean, it ain't gonna take more than a couple days. We're gonna have more cucumbers than we know what to do with. I mean, just absolutely amazing on how quick these things grow when you get them in here. I mean, they're just everywhere, every plant. We have been picking a few. We've ate a few. Oh, right there, we've got a couple pickers right there. I mean, look at that. That's a nice cucumber. Absolutely wonderful. They've been super sweet. And I mean, the whole thing is just chunk clear full. I mean, just everywhere you look in here, there's cucumbers. We pulled leaves back and there's 2 more back there. There's another one. There's 4 or 3 and 4. And if you look, they're clear up to the top and just doing wonderful. Gotta like hydroponics in a heated greenhouse. You get stuff early. Right now, we wouldn't even be safe to have cucumbers outside. You could have them started and ready to oh, look at these. We definitely got a couple pickers here. It's cold enough outside, or had been cold enough outside, that I'm pretty sure we killed some stuff. So cucumbers would never deal with it well. Just look at them. So there you guys go, just kind of showing you what we've been up to.